Bart will become ruthless and he won't mind showing his bad side as long as it gets him the information. He needs to save the school from an explosive event.
Yes! Yes, what? Ow! Yes, sir!
This time, we got no couch intro, but the title in the style of the show 24. It all starts with Skinner introducing the nerd kids of Springfield Elementary to a command center to control the bad students, an advanced room with many monitors. While doing surveillance, Lisa's team finds 3 empty desks belonging to Jimbo, Dolph, and Kearney.
Good work, database. We helped!
Meanwhile, at the nuclear plant, which it is revealed is available for weddings, which I mean, who would have wanted to get married in that disgusting place? A contamination team makes a fast entry to clean up a yogurt spill, courtesy of Homer.
Hey, get your own yogurt.
A furious Mr. Burns hands Homer the yogurt, giving him the entire day to get rid of it, and also calls him a whale, which he is not wrong.
Woohoo! Business trip!
Back at the school, Bart draws a giant graffiti with mustard and ketchup of Skinner's face saying, "Put me on your wiener," which makes the entire class school laugh. Bart, ever clever, tries to escape using the slipperiness of the condiments, but ends up in detention. At home, Marge, while doing the laundry, discovers many items and that Bart hadn't told her about a bake festival she needed to participate in. Meanwhile, Homer tries to return the yogurt to Apu, who opens the package and is hit by an awful stench.
If a dead fish and a homeless person had a baby, and the baby puked and the dog ate the puke, this smells like the rear end of that dog.
Apu agrees to let Homer exchange the yogurt, but only if he takes the stinky one back. The bullies who had skipped school are chased by Milhouse, who gives their exact location. We see the bullies take Homer's yogurt, saying it was what they needed. Not knowing much, Skinner tells Milhouse to stop them and try to bring them back to Springfield Elementary. Before that, Milhouse tells Lisa that if something happened to him, she should read a letter in his locker.
I already read it.
We've all read it.
The plan changes because Lisa realised that the bullies only took the yogurt, so Skinner orders Milhouse to just keep an eye on them to see what they were up to.
Hey, Milhouse, what are you spying on?
The bullies destroy Milhouse's communicators and throw him in the trash. When Kearney asks what they'd do with the fat one, Homer says something logical.
What about the fat guy?
Hey, lay off. You're the fat one of you guys.
I'm bulking up for football.
Homer and Milhouse roll down the hill in the trash can, and Milhouse, worried, asks the only adult inside what they would do.
Mr. Simpson, I'm scared.
This is our life now, Milhouse. We're dumpster folk.
Just as everything goes wrong for the school's investigation team, Lisa tells Skinner that they don't have any other agents because these nerds are useless, so they should send someone special for the mission. Bart.
My brother.
While Marge makes her special raisin pie, we see Skinner negotiating with Bart about his participation in the mission. As Marge runs out of raisins, she quickly goes to get them at the supermarket. Again, with Bart, she makes a list of her demands to avoid any pranks the bullies were planning. He wants full immunity for all past and future mischief, and he must teach him an insult that he doesn't know. Skinner first refuses, but when Bart reminds him about the bake sale, he has no choice but to accept his conditions.
Okay, you have a deal. You conniving little...
Wow, that's a swear?
Bart steals Skinner's car keys. Meanwhile, the bullies are preparing a stinky bomb, finishing it off with the stinky yogurt. They have created the mother of all stink bombs. Everything goes well for the bullies, but Jimbo's mom interrupts them with her implants.
Put a top on, Mom. Everyone's seen your implants.
But the doctor said the air will help them.
Just go!
As they do tests on animals, we see how lethal the stinky bomb would be. And when testing it on a schoolmate, it has a certain effect as well. We see from different cameras how Bart drives to Jimbo's house with a responsible drive, while Marge fights for a box of raisins.
You give that to me!
Bart manages to see everything they were planning through a window, informing Lisa about the confirmed stinky bomb. The situation takes a 180-degree turn when Martin turns out to be an infiltrated informant for Lisa's squad.
They're on to you, Jimbo. Get out of there. Scrambled eggs would be lovely for breakfast.
Bart manages to sneak into Jimbo's house, but since they knew he was coming, they had already left. Bart tries to inform Lisa, but accidentally calls an agent Jack Bauer from television series 24.
Me? I'm at a duty.
Chloe, find out all you can about I Made a Duty. Does anyone there know I Made a Duty?
She tells him everything she knows about the name Bart gave her. But in the end, she says it was just a prank Bart pulled, since it's a joke.
You're being set up.
Damn it!
Meanwhile, at the Simpson house, since Marge has no time, she does her calculations and concludes she needs 1200 degrees for her pie to be ready on time. The bake turns out bad, but Marge tries to cover it up with pink icing so nobody would know it's overcooked and hard. On the other hand, Homer arrives at Moe's bar, but he finds himself getting his own orthodontic treatment.
Oh, sweet mother of Mary!
Homer leaves with Milhouse to the school bake sale, using the trash can as their transport. Lisa tells Martin to scan all the school halls to see if he comes across the bullies. Martin finds them, but since he's their accomplice, he doesn't rat them out, ensuring no one else sees them on the screens. While they are on their way to school, Homer disguises himself, not very convincingly, but manages to fool Chief Wiggum.
Hello, officer.
Afternoon, ma'am. What is it about a woman in a dumpster?
At the school, Homer performs a special parking maneuver that goes well. Marge also arrives at the bake sale, and we see the consistency of her pie because of Maggie. Without caring about the little trash on the floor, Marge wouldn't give up and would present her pie. We see the bullies in the school's main ventilation room preparing their stinky bomb, and when Willie finds them in the middle of their fight, they manage to activate the fire alarm. Martin quickly asks to go out to investigate the alarm activation, which leaves Lisa finally suspicious of Martin's behaviour.
Skip, skip, skip to my loo. Top of the morning, Nelson. And to you, Martin. Skip to my loo, my dog.
Bart scolds Nelson because seeing Martin jump and sing a corny song, he hadn't done anything. Thus, Bart tries to extract the information by force.
I'm unclear on what you want.
After Bart interrogates Nelson harshly, he finally says everything he knows, discovering Martin works for Jimbo.
Yes.
Yes, what?
Ow. Yes, sir.
As Bart gives the information to Lisa, he receives a hard blow to the head from none other than Martin. Martin meets with the bullies, telling them he has fulfilled his part of the deal, demanding they give him something precious to him. Marge enters the bake sale, while Homer criticizes the pastries made by other mothers. The bullies tie Bart to a chair with Willie, and back at the bake sale, we see that Marge has no luck with her pie since no one wanted to approach it. When Homer finally comes close, he only does so to ask for money.
Here's $5 more.
Bart manages to wake up and sends Lisa a picture of the explosive device. As Lisa tells Bart it was a very dangerous one, Bart thinks of letting the sausage serum out from one of the valves that were right in that room, so that the device would short-circuit. Skinner approves that decision, not caring about Willie's or Bart's safety. On the other hand, we see Martin reflecting on what he had done, and with no other choice, he tries to make amends for his betrayal.
Skip to my loo.
While the room fills with sausage water, Willie comes up with an idea to save them.
Bart, I've got an idea. As you're dying, jam the blades with your spine.
Bart thinks of something else, and, while submerged, manages to be seen by the people at the bake sale. Chief Wiggum quickly tries to save Bart, but his silly attempts do nothing. Marge spots her little son in danger, and even though Chief Wiggum mentions that the glass was bulletproof, Marge doesn't care. With her Titanic consistency bake, she manages to save. The bomb reaches Lisa, who conveniently had an emergency shutdown button. Skinner congratulates Lisa for saving the school from the stinky bomb, and Bart just angry because he and Willie almost die.
Oh, leave me be. I don't want to live if I have to clean up this mess.
Marge gives his song many kisses, glad that he was saved.
Oh, I'm just glad you taste like hot dogs.
The special agent shows up congratulating Lisa, but he is mad because of the prank Bart did to him a few hours prior. mentioning that he pulled every single agent off all the cases to arrest him.
It was a tough decision, but I think I made the right call.
This was a very epic episode. Very entertaining seeing Bart transformed into a ruthless guy, just like the time he becomes Mr. Burns' son. If you want to see what happens, click on this video next, but not before you hit those like and subscribe buttons.